Beautiful. All right, so you guys open conference last week, obviously not the results that you kind of wanted, but what do you guys need to do to kind of get back on track and instead of losing that, get in the one column?
Sure, we start off with two good programs that we get to play against right away with Sonoma and then San Francisco State. Both really well coached, both good programs, got good players, they have good history, all that kind of stuff. Honestly, both games that we could have had, and we didn't start either game very well, and then we came out and did very well in the second half. So I think the challenge going into this weekend as we head down to play LA and Dominguez Hills is that we have to start games better. We can't put ourselves behind the 8 ball right away and then have to work our way back into games. It doesn't work that way in this conference. You have to be able to start strong enough to get things done.
Defense, has been a strong point. You guys do lose 2-0, 1-0 in those last two games, but it's been a common thing. They're trying to get that offense going. What is it going to take to find that back of the net?
Yeah, I think the reality is that the most difficult thing in sport is to score a goal in the game of soccer. I mean, if everybody could do it and it was easy, then a lot of people would do it, and a lot of people wouldn't be paid as much money as they are paid to do it at a professional level. So, I think that in our conference, there's going to be low-scoring games, and the difference is we have to make a big difference in how we're going to take advantage of those moments that we get, because we're not going to get that many. To be quite honest, we gifted Sonoma 2 goals, and we gifted San Francisco State. I mean, we basically could have just thrown them in the goal ourselves. So the reality is that we can't do that, and then at the same time, we have to come out and be a lot better and take the chances that we have to finish. I think that both goalkeepers that played in those two programs made a couple of big saves for them, and we were close, but close doesn't get it done.
So I don't know who does the scheduling here, but you guys had your first home match on Sunday.
Yeah.
Back on the road this week. Hopefully it'll even out later in the season. But man, so many road matches to start the first half of the season.
Yeah, we knew we'd have to be road warriors this year, and the reality is that when you look at the season as a whole, yes, it's young, it's early. We've lost 3 games. We've lost 2 of those games to top 25 opponents, and the other one to a very good San Francisco State team that we played very well against after the opening 3 minutes. So we're not that far off. It's just that not that far off just isn't good enough, and we know we have to be better than that, and we need a couple different players to step up. We'll get a couple players back off of injury coming into this weekend, which will be very nice, or at least they're scheduled to be back. So that'll help as well. But now we go to LA back-to-back weekends, and the challenge is in front of us, but what a great opportunity, right? I mean, that's one of the things that's great about this group is we think so positively that where a lot of people will run and hide from challenges, this group is going to look at this as a fantastic opportunity to be together, sort out what's going on, and get back on the winning side of things.
Final question this week. I know you're headed to Southern California. Can you just tell me about both LA and Dominguez Hills? What have you seen?
Yeah, LA and Dominguez Hills are both really good. I think that the coaching staff at LA has now been there for a little while. They've really started to settle things in there. I expect them to be a top 3 team in the conference. So they're going to be tough. They're athletic. They're a little bit smaller, but they're incredibly quick. They like to play. They like to get numbers forward. But it's a team that historically we've done okay against, just because of the way that our styles contrast against each other, and that they want to run at 100 miles an hour. We want to slow the game down and keep the ball a little bit. And if we can play and kind of get control of the game early, I think that we can do well against them. Dominguez is one that's a bit of a mystery. Cano's a new coach, or a returning coach, I should say. He won a national championship there in the 90s when he started the program, and now he's back. So he's a fantastic coach. He runs a really good program. Everywhere he's been has done well. So we expect them to do well in the conference, but they're struggling early on, and that's just a little bit of something new for them maybe. But the key there on the Sunday game is to make sure that we don't give them the chance to get back on the front foot. We're going to have to make sure that we go into both of those games looking to win and wanting to compete, because when you go on the road, especially in our conference, and you don't compete, you're gonna come out on the losing end. So our girls are going to have to really compete and work for each other this weekend.
Sounds good.
Perfect.
Thanks.